Good evening, sir.
Good evening, Kiran. Yesterday, we have discussed until flammable gases detection. Okay, and next we will be seeing what else will be there. The heat detection, as in the fire detection and alarm system, we will be having all the four types. I'll tell you the four types as well, like what we have in the detection system. Okay, as we have the smoke, flame, and flammable gas, as well as the heat detection. Based on that one, we'll be using these four detections based on the active locations and everything. Okay, smoke detection will be used in the enclosed areas like cabins or whatever buildings. It might be commercial or industrial buildings, whatever it might be, to detect the smoke. And for the flame detection, it will be most probably used in the oil and gas and chemical industries. For the pipelines, oil and gas pipelines, so offshore platforms and turbine enclosures and aircraft hangars to detect the flame. And the flammable gas detections are mostly used in this oil and gas only, when any gas valve or any pipeline leakage is there, to detect the chemical gases, whatever the flammable gases, to detect them, we'll be using this flammable gas detections. And the next one is the heat detection. Heat detection will be used in various areas. We'll see in which locations it will be used, and what will be the purpose of these heat detections. And it's it will be used in mechanical control or in or sprinkler system. In case of any this heat accumulation of heat or anything to cool down, to put off the heat, or it might the heat whatever the heat generated can convert into a fire. To control that one, burns or fires, to control those, we sprinkler systems will be there. And fire also, for it will be a connecting systems, like the previous one, flame. For the flame also, these sprinkler system will most probably used in the enclosed areas, as I have told you, in the commercial as well as in the industrial enclosed, like buildings, most probably in the buildings, warehouses, not in the big warehouses. Okay, no, only in the small warehouses, or wherever based on the materials also, the sprinkler systems will be used. And the disadvantage of the heat detection is that toxic smoke can be evolved by burning of the material for long times, and heat has been uh, generated, sufficient heat has been generated, which triggers the mechanism of the sprinkler systems. Burning of material, see, some might have a doubt regarding the toxic smoke. Is that toxic smoke can be evolved? These heat detections and sprinkler systems will be installed based on the fire department rules and regulations or instructions. Whatever the requirements are there, based on that one will be installing. Not everywhere. Wherever the smoke detectors are there, you can't find at the smoke detectors the sprinkler systems, because smoke detectors are different from the heat detection systems. Sprinklers can't be installed in the all the locations, because which might lead to the damage to the equipment also. That's the main reason. Only in particular locations wherever the sprinkler system is required, there uh, with a combination of this heat detection and sprinkler system, it will be used because automation, uh, it will be an interlinked with the fire panel heat detection or the fire panel. It will be interlinked and automatically the sprinkler systems will start working. These systems are rarely relied upon as means of raising the alarm. It also works just to raise the alarm, same like this flame and the smoke and the this one, the fire flame detection, same like that. It will communicate directly to the control rooms, wherever the fire department control rooms or the fire panel are there. uh, what I have shown you yesterday, the fire panel, these fire panels will also raise the alarms to indicate either there's an emergency where we have to evacuate. Yeah, and where the fire can also occur based on the fire and everything, the condition fire can occur. We have to evacuate, and automatic sprinkler systems will also start working and everything. And manual fire alarms. These fire alarms are not automated. We have to use it manually by breaking the glass or by pressing manually. These types of operations will be having whoever, only trained personnel and competent personnel are supposed to use these alarms. Wherever these are available in the work locations, not everyone is supposed to use, because in case of any misusage it can lead to a major issues like damage to the property and everything, and misguidance, miscommunicating and misguidance also, where it can lead. That's the main problem. Only trained and competent persons and assigned persons, because in the fire department we'll be having fire marshals, fire department, if the organization he is having any separate fire department team, or only firefighting team, those are supposed to use this one. If no in okay, but only these teams are supposed to be allowed to use these manual or automatic mechanical operations will be done mechanically, but for this manual operation of the fire alarms, we are these has to be done by the assigned persons or the trained or competent persons only. The remaining persons are not supposed to use, because they may misuse that one. Without knowledge, we are supposed to we are not supposed to use those things, because it might mislead or miscommunicate that one. And fire alarm systems, uh, fire alarm systems will be there in most of the working places in different types. It might be battery operated, whatever we have seen in the yesterday smoke detector. These will in these we have two types. One is battery operated, one is direct electricity supply, power supply. Based on the requirements and based on the working location, it will be. If it's a temporary based working location, and like the porta cabins or warehouses, which will be installing for some certain time only, not for a permanent purpose. In those locations, most probably the fire smoke detectors or some other will be only this battery operated, but connections will be there for that one to escalate communication to the fire panel. But wherever the permanent alarm system is required, there power supplied will be installed. And in most of the places will be having manuals also, manual operated these switches, fire alarm systems. How to use that one, we can see that it can manually operated by breaking the glass and pressing the switch. And in some cases this one, in this one, if you will be breaking the glass, the switch will be automatically igniting the yeah, it will automatically communicate, start working. And in other I have seen some like press the switch or something else, there won't be any glasses. We have to press the switch, just open the lid, like what we have seen this one. This the other type will also be like this one only, the left side one, but it will be having an flip switch, flip door or something like that cover. We have to open that one and we have to press the switch just to escalate this alarms. And most of these alarm points are located at the convenient places, and no obstruction should also be there. And that can be easily identified by signages or by marking. Most of these will be automatically in a red color for the easy identification, but we have to make sure that these locations are not obstructed, because in the construction site, most of these places like fire extinguishers or fire hose, reel boxes, whatever we have, fire hydrant systems for the fire hydrant to put off the fire, these material will be sometimes blocked with the materials and working materials and everything. We have to make sure that one also, that's free and for easy access to everyone. In case of emergencies, we have to escalate or we have to use those things. And in public buildings, operating the manual brake glass may not initially operate the alarms. Well, okay. And this allows the occupier to swiftly investigate everywhere, any emergency, fire emergency or any emergency. We are, after the happening, we will be investigating the further root cause of that one, and what happened and how it happened. We have to make sure that one. And only the this one these fire alarm systems are supposed to be used by the trained personnel what they have given to assist for the evacuation and everything. Most probably in the construction site, these fire marshals and fire wardens will be available in case of emergency, how to act and how to evacuate the people and everything. To ensure these things, these two peoples, these two designations all will be assigned. Okay, if anyone has doubts, just let me know, or else we'll go to the other this one. I have seen two new names, Ravant and Siva. Ravant మీరు కొత్త అండి?
No, sir. No doubt, sir.
Okay, okay. Siva, okay. Yeah, Siva, you're new?
Yeah, sir. Yeah, sir.
Because I'm seeing your name for the first time. And if
Sir.
even Ravant's name is also seen first time. You're from Siva? Siva, you're from?
Sir, Vishakhapatnam only, sir.
Okay, okay. You're working in?
Sir, Vishakhapatnam, Indian. terminals.
Which company?
Visakhapatnam Indian Oil Terminal.
Okay. Visha port.
No, sir. Terminal, oil and gas refinery.
Okay. HPCL.
Indian Oil, sir. IOCL.
IOCL. Okay. As a safety.
Yes, sir.
Okay. రేవంత్ మీరెక్కడండి? రేవంత్, you can unmute yourself. Your voice is not audible.
హలో సార్.
చెప్పండి రేవంత్.
దివేష్ నుంచి సార్.
ఓకే. మీరు సేఫ్టీయేనా?
అవును సార్. ఏహెచ్ఎస్ సార్.
ఓకే. Okay, other people, if you have any doubts from the yesterday's slides and today's slides, just let me know. देवेंद्र.
Yes, sir. Good evening, sir.
गुड इवनिंग. बहुत दिन के बाद आता है. कुछ पूछता भी नहीं है.
नहीं सर, yesterday क्लास में 10 से पहले, इससे पहले था सर मैं.
ओके. कुछ डाउट है क्या? अजय, पवन.
नहीं सर.
Okay. The other one will see the sprinkler systems. What type of sprinkler systems are available? And what are its uses and everything, what we will be seeing in case of an emergency and everything. Wow. Most probably we'll be seeing this one only, this type of fire sprinkler systems in the offices or in the warehouses or in the commercial or in the residential buildings as well, because these are most commonly used ones. And in industrial wise also, it will be used mostly in the control rooms. Apart from the control rooms or other buildings, it won't be used, I think so. Might be, I was not into the pharma. You have anyone is in pharma? Ravant, you was in pharma, right? These type of fire sprinklers will be used. Unmute yourself, okay? Just unmute and tell me.
Yes, sir. This type of sprinklers are used in this company.
Okay, this type of sprinkler system will be used in which locations?
బేసిక్గా ఎస్టీ పైన కానీ అట్లా మనకి ఏదైతే ఫైర్ పైన పెడతారు డ్రాప్ చేస్తారు అనుకున్నప్పుడు.
ఓకే. ల్యాబ్స్ లో యూస్ చేస్తారా? రీసెర్చ్ ల్యాబ్ లో
మెటీరియల్ స్టాక్ ఏరియాస్ లోని యూస్ చేస్తారండి.
ల్యాబ్ అంటే డైరెక్ట్ ల్యాబ్ లో, రీసెర్చ్
డైరెక్ట్ ల్యాబ్ లో యూజ్ చేయరు. లేదు సార్, అంటే మనకి వాటర్ రియాక్టర్ ఉంటాయి కదా సార్,
రియాక్టర్స్ ఉంటాయి. Pharma, Ravant, you was in pharma, right? But just let me complete, okay? Ravant, you was in pharma and might be some other Pawan was in pharma, okay? Yeah, I was not sure because I didn't observe. Based on my practical experience, I'll include my practical experience also in the class, so that you people can be aware what will be the actual situations in the working locations, okay? I was into power plant, I was into oil and gas, I was into most of these are commissioning as well as construction only, but not into the process. But I was into process. Process. I gone through the process area, but for the construction phase only. Okay. Just let me correct me if I am
Okay.
wrong. Okay. Any one of you can correct me if I am wrong. Okay. Most of these fire sprinkler systems will be used in such type of locations that these water won't damage any equipment, and these are useful for controlling the fire of the materials only in case of fire. That's only the use of this fire sprinkler systems. Like in pharma, it won't be used in the lab, direct lab, because uh, high quality and highly costly material will be available in the labs. If anything happens, all the equipment, because of one equipment getting fire, generating fire, all the equipments will get damaged because of this fire sprinkler automated mechanism, right? Yes, Ravan. They won't installed in the labs due
Sir.
to it might lead to the damages to the property as well.
Yes, sir.
Might be. You were pretty sure regarding that one.
Yes, sir.
If I am wrong, you can just correct me. Balaji.
Mostly fire extinguishers are used in the laboratory, sir. Preferred to the when compared to the fire hydrant lines, mostly fire extinguishers are used in the laboratory, sir.
Mostly fire extinguishers will be used in the laboratories only. Fire sprinkler
Yes, sir.
systems will be used in the
Usually in the
control
production
rooms,
area.
not in the production area, or not in the direct lab where the costly equipment are available, because these will also be considered in the costly equipment area, like lab, research lab, and everywhere. The perfect, whatever the fire extinguisher which is suitable for the equipment to put off the fire, those will be available in a larger quantity apart from these fire sprinkling systems. As per my knowledge, I'm saying. Okay, might be if you have observed the apart from this one, you can tell me. Okay, no issues.
No, sir. You are perfectly right, sir. Because in our plant, we install the sprinkling system for tanks, storage tanks.
Yeah, storage tanks, it will be useful.
Yeah,
That's,
yes, sir. So only.
Okay.
Sir, I have a one testing video only.
Okay.
If you are giving a permission, means I'll share it our group to other people's references, sir.
Sure. You can share it. See,
Yeah.
my knowledge, as per my knowledge and as per my working experience, safety is an ocean. We are at just drops or something like that, just a bottle of water in that one. We have to share each and everything. Everywhere, wherever, in every plant, every work location, process, construction, anything, we have to share that one, so that we can educate everyone and will get to know how the accidents happen and what type of hazards will be available in the working locations.
Yeah,
Knowledge,
sure.
yes. Whatever you have, just share with us. Okay, anyone.
Sure. Definitely, I will share after complete the class, sir.
Okay, sure. Thank you.
Sir.
Okay. Fire sprinkler system, which is an active fire protection measure just to control the consisting water, which consists of a water supply to control the fire and everything by sprinkling with the pressure and this one distribution system. It's also just like an this one, what to say, don't look at the definition, as per my knowledge and everything, this one will be useful in case of any fire. It's a mechanical system. Like in the previous one, alarm and detection system we have seen. That's an interlink. These fire sprinklers and those alarms detection system will be interlinked to the panel, so that in case of any fire, these fire sprinklers, those detection system will be having some limits. That's why we'll be having calibrations and inspections to that one, whether they are working properly or not. Based on the calibration and limit, whatever the limit, the LEL level has been given earlier, or this one has been given, level has been given. If it crosses the limit, the detection system will be directly giving to the fire panel, communicating to the fire panel that here it is a fire. Based on the fire panel will be directly communicating, will be communicating directly to the fire sprinkler system, so that it will automatically start firing, start working, like releasing water to put off the fire and everything. It's a communication based, but to tell you clearly, we have to see the diagram and everything. That's a better way, but I don't have any this one. I'll work on it. If I'll get anything from the next class or something, I'll try to show you, because these will be having some drawings how the functioning will be, the fire sprinkler system functioning will be and everything, because it won't have any direct detection system to this fire sprinkler. It will also be getting mechanical communication from the detection systems. Based on that system communication, the fire sprinkler starts working. If in case of any fire happens or something. Triggered mechanism, how this fire sprinkler heads work. This fire sprinkler heads consists of a plug, a glass ampule or other trigger mechanism, a deflector cap, and a frame. When a fire is detected by the triggered mechanism, the glycerin-based liquid inside expands, breaking the tube. Once the ampule breaks, the plug is forced out. I think by reading this one, by reading this one, we can't understand properly. We have to see some diagram, or we have to see some video. What's the actual functioning of this one? That's a
Sir, if
better.
possible, I will share tomorrow, sir, about this.
Okay, if you have, share it, Revan.
In our company, we have one type of fire supply system, automated.
Automated fire supplying system. But you'll be, Revant, you'll be having some drawings regarding this one, right? The working mechanism and everything.
Yes, sir.
When the fire is detected and the temperature is increased, the bulb will be break out, sir.
Okay,
The bulb will be break out, and the signal was sent to the automatic system.
Yeah, yes, that's what the panels will be available. The detection system will be directly communicating to the panels. From there, the panel will be communicating to this fire sprinkler mechanism. It will to start the sprinklers and everything. It's a rotational this one. This one will be a communication process. Just for the identification of some other people. See, but educated people or experienced one who is working already will have some awareness regarding these things. But in our class, we have freshers as well. We have to, that's our duty to educate them also. That's the reason I'm trying to, if you people have any drawings regarding the mechanisms and anything, you can share it in the group for the new freshers. Okay, that will be a knowledge gaining experience for them.
If possible, I will share tomorrow, sir. I
Sure,
will
sure.
the catalog from machinist. Okay.
Sure.
Okay.
Thank you. Okay. Okay, these are the fire sprinkler. This one heads. Might be I'll try my level best how this one will be working. Even I'll also search for the new what the actual mechanism is, because by reading the theory is not the lone way. Uh, wi- uh, as per my knowledge, reading the theory is not the lone way. If we'll be knowing the exact this one, the mechanism of this fire sprinkler system, how it will be working, how it will be, yeah, whatever they have given like trigger mechanism and everything, how it will be communicated. But if you will be get to know, that's an knowledge gainable for you, for freshers and for the newcomers who are trying to get into the safety field. I'll try my best to get the drawings as well. If video is available, I'll try to show in the next class. And if any one of you have, just share with us, okay? That's also a better one. And this is the sprinkler head. And we'll see how this types of sprinkler heads. We'll be having so many types of sprinkler heads will be there. Well, what they will be called and how it will be used, and we'll be seeing that one. And the first one is the pendant heads. These are the most common sprinkler heads which we will be using in the commercial ones, most probably in the commercials. We'll get to see. And these heads extend from the ceiling to this in a reverse manner, like the pipelines have been fixed on the ceiling, wall ceilings, and these sprinklers have been fitted with the this tap system like this one to the pipes and everything, the water pipes. And when activated, these heads spray a stream of, like we have seen in the video itself, we'll show you how the sprinklers will be. If some sprinklers will be different types, and all the sprinklers, this one will be different and some will be different. The sprinkling systems will also differ. It sprays normally, their functioning, their way of this one will be just to spray in a different ways, like direct in 2 or 3 ways with the pressure. It will be, the water will be sprayed out to control the fire. And the second one, upright heads. This one will be a upright sprinkler head, and the water will be forced in a reverse direction, upside down, like whatever the pipeline, just this pendant, reverse to this pendant it will be. And the nozzle will also play a main role. I forgot to say this one. This nozzle will also will play a major role in while sprinkling, because water normally water because of this one, the water will be sprinkled with the pressure, whatever the pressure which is coming from this one, this nozzle, because of this shape and whatever this part has been called, I couldn't remember. I'll let you know. Yeah, with everything, each and in the next class I'll give you a detailed one. And the water will be pressured out from here, and due to this one, the water will be sprinkled to the all the locations. And the second one is the upright one, upright heads. It will be different, same opposite to this one, the pendant one. And it has a cover shield, like whatever we have seen this one, it's a different one. The top is different. See, water